Hello everybody, this is Kavya Paiti from Department of Biology, Gopalswamy College. So today we will be discussing about the introductory part in the NCERT syllabus, that is biology. Now coming to the units here, you can see here normally any subject the unit starts with 1, but here the unit starts with 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Unit wise 6 it is because in first year until first to 5 units you have already studied in your first year PUC. In second year PUC you will be starting with unit 6. Here unit 6 contains reproduction. Unit 7 contains genetics and evolution. Unit 8 contains biology and human welfare. Unit 9 contains biotechnology and its application. Unit 10 contains ecology and environment. This is not at all done. Why? Because there in each unit there are further 4 or 3 chapters. Now when coming to first unit, that is the unit 6, that is reproduction. In reproduction unit it includes 4 different chapters, that will be reproduction in organisms, then sexual reproduction in flowering plants, then human reproduction, and the last chapter, that will be reproductive health. So in reproduction unit there are 4 different chapters: reproduction in organisms, reproduction, that is sexual reproduction in flowering plants, human reproduction and reproductive health. All these 4 chapters and the unit carries 14 marks in your final exam. Now what will we be studying in this particular chapters is, in first chapter, that is in reproduction in organisms, you will be studying about certain types of sexual reproduction, asexual reproduction, especially in case of plants, plus vegetative propagation, along with which you will be studying about the events which are included under sexual reproduction. The whole chapter contains all the things what I have told. Next, when it comes to sexual reproduction in flowering plants, in sexual reproduction you will be studying here about formation, that is the male and female reproductive organs in case of female and male part or the plants, that will be anthers or gynoecium, along with which you will be studying about the pollen grains, their development, double fertilization, triple fusion, formation of fruit, formation of seeds. All these will be included under second chapter. Third chapter, human reproduction, you will be studying about male reproductive system, female reproductive system, menstrual cycle, formation of a embryo, that is fertilization, formation of a embryo, production of a young one, parturition, as well as certain type of side effects or diseases which may be caused in this human reproduction chapter. Last chapter is reproductive health. In reproductive health you will be studying about certain type of contraceptive methods, along with which that is artificial production of a young one, that is either by gift method or ZIFT method. All these we will be studying in the reproductive health chapter, along with which vasectomy, tubectomy will be included in this last chapter. That is about the first unit, that is reproduction. Next one, when it comes to next unit, that will be genetics and evolution, that is the 7th unit. In genetics and evolution there are 3 chapters. One is yes, when it comes to genetics and evolution unit, Here the first chapter will be genetics, where you will be studying about the principle as well as inheritance. That means it includes different types of genes involved, that is a particular cell which has a nucleus. Within the nucleus there are chromosomes, and within the chromosomes there are genes. Now when it comes to genes, what are the components or what is the function of gene? How does a character which will be expressed? All this you will be studying here, along with which you will be studying about Mendelism, that is the whom we call father of genetics, who have put forward monohybrid crosses, dihybrid crosses, about the results, about the phenotypic ratio, genotypic ratio, along with which you will be studying about certain types of linkage disorders, along with which you will be studying about certain types of examples which come under principles and inheritance or variation. That is first chapter. Second one is molecular basis of inheritance. Here you will be moving slightly away from genes, but you will be studying here about the nucleic acids, that is RNA, DNA plus their structure. Especially we will be concentrating more on DNA here, as human cells have DNA as their basic component. When it comes to DNA, you will be studying the structure, the model, the person who put it forward, and from where, that is from bacteria. How did we understand that? What is the genetic material? What is the use of this genetic material? And various experiments regarding this particular DNA. After this one, in this chapter, very important thing, you will be studying about protein synthesis. In this protein synthesis, you will be studying about central dogma, transcription process, translation process, lac operon concept. Everything will be included in this particular chapter. Last chapter of the unit genetics and evolution is about evolution. So evolution, here it is a very interesting chapter where you will be studying about certain evolutionary theories which were or which have been put forward by initial scientists or scientists who had no idea about how the earth was created. So from there until the modern evolutionary experiments you will be studying. One of the important experiment will be Miller's experiment, which normally comes for 5 marks in the examination. Apart from this one, you will be studying about different theories regarding natural selection, plus you will be studying about Hardy-Weinberg's law. Along with this, you will also be studying about evolution of earth, along with how humans got evolved in this earth and how or the processes which had been contributing to this evolution. So as this has so much important concept, the whole unit has a weightage of about 18 marks in your final exam. So that is about first 2 units, that is unit 6 and unit 7. Third unit, that is unit 8, that will be biology and human welfare. Now when it comes to this unit, here also it includes 3 different chapters. First chapter is yes. So here there are 3 different chapters. It is human health and diseases, strategies for enhancement in food production, and microbes in human welfare. Now when it comes to human health and diseases, we will be studying here about different types of organisms. It may start from protozoan, virus, bacteria, all those which affect our body in a negative form, or they act as a parasite and destroy our health. So we will be studying about these organisms, the disease what they cause, as well as the prevention method along with the control method. In this, out of this one, very important thing is we will be studying here about Plasmodium vivax life cycle, which is the one which causes malaria with the help of a vector, that is female Anopheles mosquito. Apart from this one, we will also be studying in this particular chapter about cancerous, about immunity, about active immunity, passive immunity, how we can overcome or how we can boost our immunity, along with which we will also be studying about alcohol, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and what are the methods which are used to control them. So that will be studying in this particular chapter, human health and diseases. Next one is strategies for enhancement in food production. So we are here planning or putting forward certain plans because of which one we can improve the food quality as well as quantity. In this one, we'll be studying about animal husbandry, fisheries will be studying, beekeeping, different methods of plant breeding, management of dairy, management of poultry. You'll also be putting forward certain conventional breeding method. Along with conventional breeding method, you'll also be studying about mutational breeding method, inbreeding, outbreeding, types of outbreeding, along with which you'll be studying about different diseases affecting the organisms along with the plants, and how we have overcome in the course of this particular process, how to overcome or how to make natural plants which can resist certain types of microbes, along with which certain types of insects. So in together we'll be studying about how we can build up the animal as well as plant quality. Two more concepts which are included in this chapter is single cell proteins, where we use microbes to produce higher amount of protein quality, along with which tissue culture is one of the important concept you will be learning in this chapter. Next chapter is microbes in human welfare. So far I have told that microbes have negative effect on human health, but in this chapter we will be studying about certain types of microbes which are very much useful to us. So we will be studying about microbes which are used in human household, in industries, as antibiotics, as beverages, in sewage treatment, as biogas, as biofertilizers. Everything where microbes are high in number, and we are utilizing or we are making use of those microbes for our own benefit. That will be studying in this chapter. So in together all these three chapters coming under unit biology and human welfare comes for 14 marks. That is, weightage of this unit is about 14 marks for your final exam. Next, fourth unit, that is unit 9, that includes biotechnology and its application. The name of the unit is biotechnology and its application. When it comes to the chapters included here, there are two different chapters included. One, it is biotechnology, which includes its process, and one more is it includes its application. So there are only two chapters which are included under unit 9, that is biotechnology and its application. That will be its process and its application. So in both of this chapter, where it comes to process, here you will be learning about recombinant DNA. You will be studying about certain forms or certain measures which have been taken forward to undergo this process of recombination. Very important concept in this is PBR 322. That is a smaller unit where you will be including these two concepts. When it comes to application, now biotechnology application is very much common because we are using this technique in plant breeding forms so that we can improve the quality and quantity of the yield of this particular agricultural crops. For example, we will be studying about here BT, that is Bacillus thuringiensis, use of this one, its application on crops especially like cotton, brinjal, along with which you will be studying about human insulin, how it was produced. So different fields, how or where this biotechnology have shown its application is studied in this particular unit. So both chapters in together included under this unit will be coming for 10 marks. So that will be the weightage of the unit 9, that is biotechnology and application. Last unit of NCERT syllabus, that is unit 10, it includes ecology and environment. Now when it comes to ecology and environment, this unit it includes 4 different chapters. One is organism and population. Next is ecosystem. Next is biodiversity and conservation, and the next one is environmental issues. So the last unit, that is ecology and environment, it includes 4 different chapters: organism and population, ecosystem, biodiversity and conservation, environmental issues. So when it comes to the first chapter of the last unit, organism and population, here you will be studying about abiotic factors like temperature, soil, humidity, water, everything, and its effect on the organisms. So abiotic factors and its effect will be studied, plus the organisms, how they overcome harsh environment, that will be studied in this one. Apart from this one, growth curves, that is two different types of growth curves will be studied. Population attributes will be studied. You will be learning about how an organism will be classified under certain groups of organisms, along with which very important concept is you will be studying here about population interaction. In this population interaction, you will be studying about different or either related organisms or non-related organisms. How will they interact with each other? Either it is a positive effect or a negative effect or completely destroying effect. So that along with the examples you will be studying in this chapter, organism and population. Next one is ecosystem. Ecosystem is a very common and easiest chapter. You might have studied this from your primary only. In this ecosystem, you will be studying about food chain, food web. You will be studying about different forms of cycle, that is carbon cycle, biogeochemical cycle is the term given, phosphorus cycle, carbon cycle, how organisms are classified into particular trophic levels, what is biomagnification, what is eutrophication. Everything in detail you will be studying in this chapter, ecosystem. Next is biodiversity and conservation. So when it comes to biodiversity and conservation, you will be studying about large variation in the organisms, how are they distributed in particular tropic regions or temperate regions, what is the special characters they have to tolerate or adjust to that particular environment, and why their number is going reduced. That is loss of biodiversity, how we can overcome this biodiversity loss, what are the methods or measures taken by the government, as well as individually what is the measure you have to take forward to conserve this biodiversity. You will be also studying about certain types of national parks, sanctuaries, sacred groves and particular organisms which are restricted to that particular area. And the last chapter is environmental issues. In this chapter, environmental issues, you will be studying here about particular pollutions, that is air pollution, water pollution, thermal pollution, radioactive pollution. Here you are not only studying about the causes for pollution, it also includes what are the measures to be taken to avoid this pollutions. How can you overcome this pollution, as well as what are the measures or particular who are people who have gone a step forward and made certain few measures they have put forward or certain actions they have put forward to overcome this water, air as well as thermal pollution and also agricultural pollution. So these are called case studies. So case studies of individual will be done in this chapter. Apart from this one, overcoming of this one, you will be studying here about ozone layer depletion, deforestation, reforestation, afforestation, and again people who have been involved in particular process so that they can overcome the loss of the biodiversity and can restore the natural condition. That will be studied in environmental issues. So as it includes 4 different chapters, all the 4 chapters come under last unit, which will be having 14 marks of weightage. So once again, to give a short note on this one, unit 6 reproduction, it includes 4 different chapters, that is reproduction in organisms, sexual reproduction in flowering plants, human reproduction and reproductive health, which has a weightage of 14 marks. Next unit, that is unit 7, which includes genetics and evolution. Here it includes 3 different chapters, that will be principles of inheritance and variation in genetics and molecular basis of inheritance and evolution. Including 3 of the chapters, the whole unit has a weightage of 18 marks, and this is the very important unit because it is having a rest. If you compare rest of the units, this is having more marks comparing it with the weightage. And next, that is unit 8, that is biology and human welfare, which includes 3 chapters, that will be human health and diseases, strategies for enhancement in food production, microbes in human welfare. in together 3 chapters in this unit gives you or earns you 14 marks. Next one is Unit 9, Biotechnology and its application. Biotechnology and its application includes 2 chapters where it includes biotechnology and its processes, and next one is biotechnology and its application. So both the chapters including you contributes almost about 10 marks. And the last unit, that is Unit 10, Ecology and Environment. This contains 4 chapters, that is organism and population, ecosystem, biodiversity and conservation, and last one is environmental issues. So all together 4 chapters of this unit contributes almost 14 marks, and in together the weightage of biology, all the units, gives you 70 marks in your final examination. So that is all about the introductory part of biology. Thank you.